let's take a look at this video and then discuss it at the tail end.
Now, I just had a customer that wants to be out the door at $20,000 even. So after going back to my manager, we got them out the door at $22.35. They asked, "You're going to let us walk?" We can look at this two ways. Either you're going to walk over $22 or we're going to let you walk over $22. They ended up walking after we gave them another $1,500 on their trade. They walked for $22. Welcome to Jackass.
There's another way of looking at it, and that would be that you just lost a sale over $22. You just cost yourself a $20,000 sale over $22. Listen, the cost of everything is through the roof these days, and vehicles are no exception. For the first time in American history in 2025, the cost of a new vehicle in the United States of America surpassed $50,000. The house I lived in with my father in high school didn't cost that much money. And now that's what it costs for a depreciating asset, like a vehicle. And that's what it is. It's a depreciating asset. The moment you drive it off the lot, it depreciates in value. And so if somebody comes to you and says, I need to be at $20,000 out the door, they mean $20,000 out the door. And if you can't do it, then you can't do it. That guy or gal is going to buy a vehicle somewhere. That's going to happen. People need cars. You just cost yourself a sale over $22. And then you went on social media, made a video about it, and called the other person a jackass. No, they're not the jackass in this scenario. You stood 10 toes down, which is your right to do, and you cost yourself a $20,000 sale over $22. You're stepping over quarters to pick up pennies, and it makes no fucking sense. When I was a landscape project manager, I worked for a company for about 10 years. Two fantastic owners. And one of them, who's unfortunately no longer with us, he passed away shortly after retiring, but one of those owners used to talk to me all the time about when I was on a job site and I would get asked to do extras. We did long-term job sites for new home builders. They would put a new subdivision in, and we would get all the landscaping, all of the common areas and the ponds and the clubhouses, plus all of the houses that they built, right? And so you'd be on these job sites for multiple years, and you get to know these project managers for these new home builders, and they would have you do extras all the time. And it was a little T&M. You know, write it up on a time and material basis. And when I first started doing those T&M tickets, I used to be rigid, right? I got to charge them for everything I'm doing. I want to make sure that if my numbers add up, and that we're not out here spending time on something that we're not getting paid for. And this owner, one of the two owners, Tom, pulled me aside and said, "Hey, sometimes you can give it away. Sometimes you can give away a $1,500 extra because we're on a $7 million job. Sometimes when they tell you, hey, listen, I need 6 or 7 window wells kind of adjusted, or the landscaping around them adjusted because of some massive settlement, you don't have to nickel and dime them. You can just do that for them as a favor. It's an 8-year, $7 million contract, right? You don't have to step over quarters to pick up pennies." That's what he told me. And I've tried to carry that lesson through the rest of my life as a project manager after working for them, and as a small business owner myself. You just cost yourself a $20,000 sale over $22. If you couldn't get to $20,000, then that's fine. If you really truly couldn't get to $20,000, then so be it. But I got a hard time believing that a new car dealership can't eat the $22 to get this person to the $20,000 even that they needed out the door. You can call the other person a jackass all day long, but they're going to go get a car and you're not going to get that sale. And that's the way that goes.